Good day to you, viewers. This is Abizim on Common Classroom. Today, we are going to be looking at physics. If you were asked, who is an MC? You'll tell me an MC is the master of ceremonies. And have you ever seen an MC anchoring an event? Can you see the temperature of the MC rising up or down depending on the tempo of the event? Would not be incorrect if we say the name of the MC is MC changing temperature or MC temperature change. We are going to be looking at this in the context of physics this morning, and the topic is measurement of heat energy. Heat in physics is often seen as energy, and the reason is not unconnected to the fact that heat is one of the sources of energy. So we will not be incorrect if we say heat is the same as heat energy. We're looking at the measurement of heat energy in the context of physics. The quantity of heat is equals the mass of the object multiplied by its specific heat capacity times change in temperature. This can also be the quantity of heat equals the mass of the object multiplied by its specific heat capacity multiplied by the final temperature minus the initial temperature, and this gives us the change in temperature. But then we also have what we call heat capacity, which is different from the specific heat capacity. And to arrive at the heat capacity, it's simply capital C equals the mass of the object multiplied by its specific heat capacity. But then, we equally have situations of mixed in the case of mixtures, where solid mixed with solid, solid mixed with liquid, liquid mixed with solid, as the case may be. In this case, we now have to modify the formula above. Now, for changing temperature, we have to look at the hot object and the cold object. Of course, we have the quantity of heat that is liberated, given out, expelled, or emitted from the object, which is said to be equal to the quantity of heat that is absorbed, gained, or taken in by the object. And that is why here we have quantity of hot object equals quantity of cold object, because when they meet at this point, they tend to be equilibrium position where we have our final temperature. The change in the temperature of hot object is given by the temperature of hot object minus the equilibrium temperature or the final temperature, while the change in temperature of cold object equals the temperature of cold object minus the change in temperature of cold object equals the final temperature minus the temperature of cold object. We'll see the hot object here is represented by red, meaning it is hot, and for the cold object, the quantity of heat is represented by blue, which means it is cold. With this, I think we should understand that the quantity of heat equals the mass of the object multiplied by its specific heat capacity times change in temperature. Thank you. Good morning.